And Loki. Hi everybody, this is Ginger, and this is Ginger Chat Show, and this is the Wednesday edition of today's discussion. And it's February 12th, 2025, and of course you know the last 3 weeks or so, uh, we should have gotten really super ahead of this and prevented a lot of this crap that's going on, because we the people have a right to fire the guy and his crew. We all know who we're talking about, right? Hi, Nancy. So anyway, this is focusing on why won't Congress start impeachment proceedings against Trump? Because he's doing all these things. He's breaking every law in the damn book, and we have proof of it, him doing it. And Elon should not be given access whatsoever, okay? And our DC police and NSA and everything else should have been lined up, locked and armed, and say, no, you don't have access. You don't have the security clearance, and you're not authorized whatsoever. And they should have told Trump he's not authorized. Okay? That information is yours and mine. Especially in the Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid that many of us rely on to pay for our medical services, right? So I think impeachment needs to be started now. Not down the road, now. Trump is not fit to be president whatsoever. He's never my president. He hasn't been my president in 2016. And of course, granted, in 2016 he was a little bit different, but now he's gotten worse. And, sorry, I gotta blow my nose. Trying to fight off a nosebleed. That's what you get for having a, blood thinners. Oh, come on. Really? Okay. Anyway. Oh, crap. Hope you didn't see that. Hey, this is not fun. I'm okay, guys. Don't worry. I'm okay. I was born with a vein that's very close to the cervix, and it's very, very sensitive to weather condition changes and everything. So it has a tendency to do this. So, anyway, I'm going to spend the rest of the time like this, if you don't mind me. I wish I could have one, but it doesn't really help the nosebleed per se. I'm on blood thinners because of my AFib issue. And so it's something I have to live with. I'll be seeing my cardiologist soon and see what he says. So, hold on a second. Sorry about this, guys. Loki's been fighting a sinus infection. So he's almost done with his medication. So, little different thing. Anyway, impeachment proceedings need to start now. We need to push for that. Nancy, I would like to designate you as my moderator. Because there are people out there that do have a tendency to misunderstand purposely. Anyway, as far as Trump goes, we need to start the proceedings. And then after the proceedings, remove both him and Vance and the cabinet. I understand Tulsi Gabbard's been confirmed as National Intelligence Director. I don't think she knows what she's going to be. She knows what she's doing. I don't think she has any intelligence experience whatsoever. And I think she's not qualified. Well, remind the people in Congress who they work for. If they won't do it, then the American people need to walk in there, all 50 representatives of all 50 states, lock out the senators and the House of Representatives, lock them out. We go in there, we do the impeachment proceedings, and give Trump and Vance the boot. And tell them, you know what, if you guys don't do your job, you're going to be given the boot too. Because I'm really tired of people enabling Trump. They should know better. So, really, what is their problem? What are they afraid of? Political, what do you call it? They're doing things bad for themselves politically anyway. And if they don't do it, and don't behave themselves in doing it, then, say, okay guys, you're out of a job. We're taking over. You work for the people of the United States. You are supposed to uphold the Constitution, which right now you're not doing it. Now, why are you not doing it? Right. They don't they don't know what the job entails, Nancy, at all. And then you got career people in there that knows what's what. And so now they have a double duty of teaching their directors and whatever. This is how it works. This is what has always worked. Well, if the heads or the directors or secretaries or whatever don't want to learn their jobs, then they have no business being in that job. Yeah. And Trump needs to be removed. If you remove the head guy, in other words, kick him out of the office, remove the head guy, they don't have anything. And Trump is trying to go after independent media too. And my answer to him is neither. Because us creators and independents like Midas Touch and everything else, we're not backed by corporations. So they can't touch us. We could say whatever we want, within reason. But say whatever we want and tell it like it is. And if they don't like telling it like it is, that's just too bad. Okay? And the thing is with Congress, with all our institutions, like Department of Education and, labor and the NIH, National Health Institutes and everything else, don't they realize they're screwing themselves over too? Because once they're civilians, once they're back to being not in Congress anymore, they're being civilians. And they get screwed over. Everybody's connected into this. So, we need to push on that. We need to tell Congress, either impeach or lose your job. And if they don't like hearing it, that's just too bad. Because once he's out of the office and gone, then the new president comes in and replaces the cabinet with professionals, people that knows what and what works and what doesn't work. Just a minute. Trying to recharge my phone. Is it done? Yeah, it's done. Sorry. So, we need to do that. Blue states, I'm sure that they're documenting everything. All our representatives and senators are doing everything. Hi, Dorothy. How's it going? And also during the Super Bowl last Sunday, again, congratulations to the Eagles on their win. It was kind of a lopsided win, but it was a win. I think something happened there on the Chiefs side. I don't know what occurred. They kept kicking the ball away, and I'm going like, why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep giving the ball to your opponent? So, and of course with Trump being there at the Super Bowl, he got booed at. Nobody likes him. They wouldn't even ignore him. They ignore him and would not acknowledge him at all. Even, you have to forgive me. You have to forgive me, Dorothy. I'm fighting a nosebleed. So, they're ignoring him. Well, just before the Chiefs were able to make 2 touchdowns, Trump left. And of course, everybody just to go, oh good, he's gone, type thing. Trump was trying to make the game all about him. He's trying to get the attention, and people are just starting to ignore him. They're resisting and ignoring him, which they should do. So, if he wants to do a tariffs, make him pay for it. Yeah, that was my thinking too, Nancy. I think also they were bordering on exhaustion more than anything. You know, some teams get to their goal and they do win it. Division championship. And by the time they get to the Super Bowl, they run out of steam. So anyway, like I was saying with Trump, if he wants to do tariffs, make him pay for it. Make him solely pay for the tariffs. You know what? He's not going to have any money left. He's going to have to pay through the nose for everything. And you and I should be exempt from that. So we need to resist him. Keep resisting. Tell Congress to do their damn job. Remind them who they work for, especially in the red states, who they work for, and stop being afraid. Stop being afraid of Trump. Resist, push back. And also force an issue of maybe doing a snapshot election. Do it like France does. They do snapshot elections. Their elections are very, very short. And so is UK's. Theirs is very short. Their elections goes on for a month. And that's it. That doesn't go on for 2 years like we do here. We need to change our election format. And make it where it's accessible to everybody, but people have to be qualified. So you have to put up qualifications for a president. They have to have knowledge. They have to have civics knowledge. They have to understand how everything works, what departments work, what doesn't. Really have a good team with them, like President Biden and President Obama did, and President Bush did, President Clinton did. He had a good team. So, and don't tolerate corruption. Trump has now broken every emollient clause he has in there in the Constitution. He is not supposed to take bribery. He is not supposed to make money through his office. If he wants to make money, he has to earn his salary. Salary only, nothing else. And he says, well, I don't take no salary. Well, take that away from him too. And tell him, okay, if you don't want a salary, you're on your own. And I understand through Midas that Trump does all these tantrums, if you will. He's like a 4-year-old toddler, doesn't know any better. You know, the guy should have grown up by now. But again, we need to push back on this. Tell our senators and our representatives, you work for us, the people. You work for the Constitution. You're supposed to be loyal to the Constitution, not he who should not be named. You should have no loyalty to Trump. He doesn't deserve it. He said, well, people don't respect me. Well, look in the mirror and figure out why. Okay. It really keys me off when Congress are a bunch of wimps. Not our Democrats, okay? Our Democrats are fighting for us. But it's the GOP that are being a bunch of wimps. They're sticking their heads in the sand and trying to ignore it and hope it all goes away. Well, it's never going to go away. It's going to affect them. It's going to affect their constituents. It's going to affect their kids and grandkids. Come on, people. Come on, GOP. Grow a damn spine and say, look, this is what's going to happen. Okay, for example, look at in 1972-73 time frame when Nixon was in office. Okay, he tried pulling this stunt. He did the robbery of Democratic headquarters and everything else. I'm going like, you know you're not supposed to do this. Nixon was a trained lawyer. He should know better. And he knew he was politically in the dumpster, so to speak, because of the stunt that he pulled. Well, it ended up with his Attorney General of the United States going to prison because he covered for Nixon. Okay, they were behind this theft. And then Nixon tried stifling people's freedom of speech, and they go, that's not going to happen. And you know what? The GOP I wish that we had the GOP back then instead of now. GOP back then said no. We're going to start impeachment proceedings if you don't straighten up and fly correctly. Well, Nixon knew that the impeachment was going to happen. and they're going to win. They're going to kick him out of office. Well, by then, of course, I forgot the vice president that was under Nixon. He resigned because he was caught doing tax fraud. So he went to prison. Yeah. Spiro Agnew, that's what his name was. He went to prison. And so Nixon was strongly advised to resign, which he did. Well, he made Gerald Ford his vice president, replacement vice president, because he needed a person to take over the other duties of vice president, or half the workload, let's put it this way. And when Nixon resigned, Ford became president of the United States. Now, I've forgotten who was under Ford for vice president, but Ford straightened everything out. He goes, Ford wanted to be Speaker of the House, that's what he wanted. And he was not really interested in the presidency, per se. He was kind of basically thrusted into it. But he did his job. And of course he ran, and of course, Jimmy Carter became president of the United States. But President Ford and President Carter, they were very good friends. And, they worked together for the common good is what they did. But I wish we had the GOP back then, like for now. Because if they were here now, they would have done impeachment proceedings now. They would not put up with this crap that Trump is doing. Or, in my case, I'll call him he who shall not be named. So, anyway, let's see, let me check my calendar real quick. Hold on a second, I'm still here. Okay, 14th is Valentine's Day. So I will see you on Friday, and I'll be gathering more, materials and everything for my show. And I'm doing some things, and YouTube is constantly revolving. So be sure to share with your friends. Tell them subscription is free on YouTube. And be sure to like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. So take care. Love to all. Be sure to resist, persist, and push back. It's very, very important. Okay? Love to all. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye.